So I think this is the easiest way to create the sequence for question 3, 4, and 6 in the biochemistry assignment. So there are like 3 hints you need to know. The first one is the sequence should start with ATG, which is the initiation of the sequence, and end with a stop codon. Stop codon might be TAA, TAG, or GTA. The second note is that cDNA does not have introns. The third hint is that proteins should be located in the middle of the codon. You will know this later. So there are like 4 easy steps to create the sequence. The first step is to just copy paste the chromosome sequence that they've already provided for us. This one. Copy and paste in your space. You can change the size. So first step is done. The second step is to find the introns in the sequence that we've just copied. There's this link, take it to the website. So they need cDNA and the geometric, genomic, which is the chromosomal sequence. This one. This one is the chromosomal sequence. And cDNA. Take a while. Okay. So this is what you should get. As you can see, all the sequence like has a match, like this line saying that those are matching. However, in this one there is no matching, which means that those are introns. So this is the cDNA sequence, and this is the chromosomal sequence. cDNA does not have introns, and the chromosomal sequence have introns. So those are the starting of the introns, the first starting points. What you need to do is that take those, which is GT gag. Okay, GT gag. Okay. Find where's GT gag. Okay, so we have 3 GT gags. Okay, we need only the first one, as it's the first sequence. Highlight this in yellow. Go to segment 2. You will find this, which is the end of the first intron sequence, which is CGCAG. CGCAG. Is that. So this is the end of your first intron sequence. Highlight this in red. And yeah, now those 5 nucleotides are the starting or the first intron sequence. First one intron sequence. As you can see, like there is no matching again. So those are the first, which is GT gag again, the same. So we're the second GT gag. GT gag. Yeah. So the second GT gag is here. Highlight this in the yellow again. Go to segment 3. This is the end of the second intron. CAC gag. CAC gag. CAC. Go. This is the end of this. Okay, so this is the end of your command. This is the end of your second intron. Okay? So what you need to do is to highlight the first sequence, go there, lowercase. Okay. Second introns, highlight all of those and lowercase again. That's it. This is how you find the introns of the sequence. So this is question 3. Question 3. So step 2 is done. Step 3, finding the protein sequence. Go to the website they provided. Okay, so you need to choose between cDNA or the chromosomal one. You obviously need a sequence that doesn't have introns, as proteins should not have introns. So we will go with cDNA. cDNA. So cDNA is exactly the same sequence as the chromosomal sequence, but without introns. And you need the protein sequence only for the exons, not the introns. Okay. Translate. Okay. So they will give you like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames. You need to choose the longest sequence between all of those. So the longest one, as you can see, it's this one, frame 1, press frame 1. So this is the protein sequence that you need to use. This first M. So the starting, so we're gonna start from this M, which is the methyl. Okay, so all of those are the protein sequence for our chromosomal sequence. What I can do is just copy all of those, just paste them somewhere here. Paste. Okay. So here's the tricky part. In the notes, I mentioned that any sequence has to start from ATG and end with TAA, TAG, or TGA. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is to find ATG in here, like the first ATG codon. Okay, I'm not gonna show you that, uh, but you need to find it yourself. Easy, easy. So yeah, just find ATG in here and start with this ATG. Just type ATG in the finding area and start with ATG. I'm gonna assume that this is ATG. This is not ATG, but you need to find ATG. Okay, so take this sequence. Okay, so M is coding for ATG, right? So M has to be in the middle of the codon. So this is the codon. Okay, so M, which is the first protein, has to be in the middle. Okay, somewhere there. So you go double click space, right arrow, double click, right arrow, double click, right arrow, double click, and carry on. Okay, but this the same size, no, change the size. Okay, this sequence has to start from ATG. Okay, so you just carry on doing that. So each protein is coding for 3 codons and it's located in the middle. Okay, just keep doing that and stop in here. Just stop there because like protein doesn't code for introns, so just stop somewhere there and start again here until you finish all of those. Okay, and you will end up with a stop codon. The stop codon could be TAA, TAG, or TGA. You'll find it later. When you get to the stop codon, you just press star somewhere here. Like for example, if we assume that this is, let's type in, for example, TAA. Okay, just stop codon. So TAA. So there are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 TAs. Let's say this is the final point you get. Okay, so just end this sequence. Oops. TAA. Let's say this TAA. Just end the sequence with a star in the middle of TAA. Stop codon. Okay, that's it. Easy as that. So this is done. So now, final thing is to find the mutation in this website. So there's 2 spaces. You can, it's the same. There's no different. So in this first box, you need to put the mutant sequence. Copy, paste. The second box is the chromosomal sequence. Chromosomal, paste. And last, okay, 2 times fast. Start. Let's do this again. has the mutant. Second sequence is the chromosomal. And paste. Last. There's something wrong. Okay, let's go to the original. Question. This one. So chromosome DNA here. Top. What's going on? Mutant. Chromosome. Okay, it's working. So you will get something like that. This sequence. So it's saying here that two sequences we provided are 99% identical, which means that there is only one nucleotide has been mutated. So look at here, those lines means that there is a match between this nucleotide and this nucleotide. You will find somewhere there, so just have a look at all of those. Okay, it's worth it. You will find two nucleotides without a match, without like a line. Okay, so the top sequence is the muted sequence. Okay, the bottom sequence is the chromosomal sequence. So once you find, let's say that there is no line in here, or there is no line in here. Okay, so if there is no line in here, so obviously those two will be different. This will be T and this will be A, or this will be G and this will be C. Okay. Once you find that there is no line between two nucleotides, so you know that this is the muted nucleotide. Okay. So once you find this somewhere here, okay, just highlight, just find, like for example, assuming that there is no line in here, okay? So there is no line here, okay? So if there is no line in here, this nucleotide is the one we're looking for. It's the C between G and G. We can copy that. This is an example. This is not the right answer, okay? Copy that and find. Okay, so assuming that this is the one we're looking for the G between the C between G and G. What we need to do is just highlight this. If you highlight the one we're looking for, you answer the question. That's it. I hope this makes sense. You will find it anywhere. Just highlight it by like copy pasting the sequence, like just take 5 to 6 nucleotides, find them there, and make sure that you're taking the bottom one. which is the chromosomal sequence, which is the one you're looking for. Okay, that's it. So this is how you create the sequence. It's not that complicated. It's fine. It just takes time. And to answer question 5, you just use the website and just copy paste this sequence, the sequence, and you will get the answer for question 5. That's it.